If you're a New Zealand tax resident, your worldwide income is taxed. But imagine earning income and paying zero taxes. Might sound too good to be true, but it is possible. So let's discuss these tax-free income types that I've seen from personal experience many people still are unaware of. Here are 9 of them. Let's dive in. Now, before I start, please note that tax laws are complex and subject to change. What I'm about to tell you is for general information purposes only and should not be considered as specific tax advice. Please always consult with a qualified tax professional regarding your personal situation. First up, my personal favorite, capital gains from property. This is how most property investors in New Zealand are currently growing their wealth. New Zealand is unique among OECD countries because it does not have a general capital gains tax, meaning many capital gains are not taxed. For example, gains from selling a residential property are typically not taxed. However, you do need to watch out for the intention test, bright line rules, and other land tax rules that may apply. The second way to earn tax-free income is by selling company shares. Gains from the sale of company shares are not taxed unless the shares were acquired with the intention of resale. For example, if you build up your business and then sell it, any gain from the sale of shares in the company or the business is not taxable. The third way to pay zero tax is by becoming a non-tax resident. New Zealand tax residents are taxed on their worldwide income, but non-residents are only liable for New Zealand sourced income. You can become a non-resident for tax purposes under the 325-day rule. If you don't have a permanent place of abode in New Zealand and are away for more than 325 days in any 12-month period, you may qualify. The fourth way is through transitional tax residency. Transitional tax residents can be eligible for a 4-year exemption on foreign income. This basically exempts you from paying tax on most types of overseas income, such as rental income and dividends. This is particularly useful for new migrants and returning tax residents. For instance, if you move to New Zealand after living overseas, you might not have to pay tax on your foreign income for up to 4 years. I'm a living example of this. I used to live in Dubai before moving to New Zealand, and I think many other migrants might be in a similar situation. Moving away from residency, let's look at another example. Gifts and inheritances are not considered income and therefore not taxable. For example, receiving a cash gift from a relative or inheriting a family home. However, note that while capital gains on inherited property are not taxed at the time of inheritance, the usual rules regarding property sales do apply. Say the inherited property is subsequently sold. Let's talk about reimbursements. Most people in New Zealand earn their income by working with an employer for a salary or wages. And as part of their work, they may sometimes incur expenses on behalf of the employer. Any reimbursements for such expenses incurred on behalf of an employer are not taxable if they are genuine. Common examples include reimbursement for business travel or purchase of office supplies. And what about personal use items? Gains from the sale of personal use items are not taxable unless the items were acquired with the intention of resale. Examples include selling your old car or selling used furniture from your home. Now, here's something for families. If your child earned income from a part-time job, for example, from babysitting or mowing lawns, it can be tax-free. That income is exempt from tax. The current tax-free threshold is $2,340 annually. Lastly, let's consider hobby income, because it's important to have fun without worrying about tax. Income from a hobby is not taxable. However, please bear in mind that if the activity becomes regular and profit-oriented, it may be considered a business, which then means it could be taxable. These 9 ways are not the only ways you could earn tax-free income. For example, within property, there are other tax-free scenarios. But here's a thought. Is paying taxes bad? Could paying taxes actually be beneficial? I'll explore this idea in another video. And there you have it, 9 tax-free income types in New Zealand. Got it right this time. Thanks for watching and see you next time.